All right, my name is Reverend T. I am the unrefined priest, and today there was a church shooting in Wayne, Michigan that I want to talk about briefly. Particularly, I want to talk about why this is taking place more and more, because we are seeing these sorts of incidents taking place in church a lot more than we had in the past. And I think that there are real reasons why this is taking place. But this particular incident is taking place in Wayne, Michigan, or has taken place in Wayne, Michigan today, where you had an active shooter on the campus of this church. And as a result of live streaming, there is some video of what took place among the parishioners as this was going down, which is very interesting. It's not graphic in any regard, but it does bring you into the experience a little bit. So I wanted to play just a brief bit of this, less than a minute of it, just to kind of give you some insight into what the people were feeling when this was taking place. So let me play this video, and then I'll talk about kind of why this is taking place a lot more on the other side of this.
You'll stay and move around the foyer and let the kids tell you about the great treats we had this week, and have some too. Thank you. Oh. Come on, everybody to the back. Please, everybody come to the back. Come to the back. Don, they gotta come. They gotta come. Come on.
Come on.
Go. Out, I don't think is a good idea. Come on here.
All right, and then the audio kind of cuts out a little bit, but that is from the live stream of the church as the incident is taking place. You can see that there are lots of kids there, there are families there are lots of elderly. I love this guy in the back that you can still see, because he's like, I'm not running for nothing. I'm not running for anybody. Come get me. It does bring you into the experience that these people had today. And I think that that is a part of what these individuals that come into these churches are intending to do, is to come into what we generally regard as safe places, and nothing is off limits. Churches are no longer off limits for these individuals. So schools considered to be something that we expect to be a safe place. Movie theaters, we expect to be a safe place. Community events, we expect to be a safe place. Churches, we expect to be a safe place. And that is exactly where these people are coming into these large kind of gatherings of people, when they are in what they consider to be a safe place. And part of that is twofold. I think the first part of that is an actual defaming of the sacred, a defaming of the family, a defaming of the purity that exists in sending our kids to school. Like we send our kids to school to get educated, to grow up, to be good human beings. And if you can enter into that space and distort it for your own purpose, I think that's part of what they like there. And church is the same thing. Coming into the sacred. Because when people come to church, they're coming to be a part of a sacred community, a sacred space, and a sacred experience. And they are not expecting something like that. And I do think that part of this is that what we believe that these places represent are easy targets. going into school with a bunch of children, presents what a lot of these people would regard as easy targets. Movie theaters, churches, because what it is it's taking you outside of your normal element, and it's placing you in not necessarily the sacred, but either the sacred or what we would call safe places. And they are coming into those places, distorting those places. And it does present what they would regard as easy targets. Now, here's what I want to say about churches. There are all kinds of people that attend churches. There are children that attend churches. There are families that attend churches. There are elderly that attend churches. But there are also there are people that attend churches that they will jack you up quick. And this guy learned that fact real quick, because before he was shot by the security guard, the security guard is the only person that was injured in this incident, but before he was shot by the security guard, he's run over by a pickup truck from one of the parishioners. Like, I do realize that churches are sacred places and that people are not expecting to encounter this, but there are lots of really highly trained people that attend church. Police officers, military. There are lots of people that attend churches, and you really don't want to go into these places with the intention of doing harm, because they're full of people that are very much equipped to jack you up. And that clearly took place here. But across the board, you can see that churches are a place for all people. And so one of the things that I think that we need to really be aware of is that people are breaking down that sacred barrier, and they are now willing to come into churches for the purpose of doing disruption. And it brings up the idea of church security. And one of the things that you see in this incident is that the church had security. Not only did they have security, the person that took down the gunman was the security guard. So they had security, and the security was effective. And one of the things that churches have to wrestle with more and more as we see this breakdown of the sacred is the idea of security. Should we be investing in security? If churches are no longer considered sacred spaces by people who want to do harm, then it may very well be in the best interest of churches to consider and invest in security. I know at the church that I'm at, we have various events where we have security on site. And that is a decision that we had to make. Did we like making it? No. It feels dirty and gross. It feels like something that shouldn't be needed at a church event. But this incident highlights once again that security concerns are real for churches. And we really do have to consider when to bring in security, how much security, and should we have security on our regular Sunday services? Because we certainly don't want events like this taking place more and more. Now, like I already said, there are lots of people that attend churches, and some churches have enough security within their congregation that they're all right. You don't want to mess around there. You don't want to go into those churches with the intent of doing harm. But others that don't have that, security may very well be something that we need to look into a lot more. And again, it feels gross. It feels wrong. It feels like something that you don't really want to do. But these people are, when they come to church, they're entrusting their life the life of their kids with the church, and the church has a responsibility to do everything it can to make sure that it is faithfully honoring that trust that's being given to them. So I think that this brings home the idea of security more and more. I think it brings home the idea of a heightened interest in defaming the sacred, which we have been seeing escalate for quite a while. It also brings out the idea that, look, church may look like an easy target. It's really not. There are tons of people in churches, all sorts of backgrounds, and these people have no idea what they're walking into. But my name is Reverend T. I am the unrefined priest. That's what I have to say about this incident. I'm certainly lift up this church, these families, the security guard in prayer, as well as the gunman who is not named and his family as well. So I'll catch you on the next one. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next.